Introduction: The Tale of Sammy's Extraordinary Adventure. In the heart of a lush, enchanting forest, where the leaves danced with the gentle whispers of the wind and the sunlight filtered through the towering trees like golden specks of magic, there lived a curious little squirrel named Sammy. With soft, velvety brown fur that glinted like chestnuts in the dappled light, and a bushy tail that he often fluffed with pride, Sammy was a creature of wonder and fascination. Sammy's world was one of ceaseless exploration and boundless inquisitiveness. Each day brought new discoveries, as he scampered through the branches, his nimble paws carrying him to places unknown. In this enchanting realm, he shared his home with a diverse community of woodland creatures, from the wise old owl, Oliver, to the chatty blue jays, the graceful deer, and the mischievous rabbits that often darted through the underbrush. But one fateful morning, beneath a canopy of emerald leaves, Sammy's small world would change forever. As he playfully rustled through a pile of fallen leaves, his little claws unearthed a hidden treasure that would set the wheels of destiny into motion. Nestled amidst the foliage lay a gleaming, silver key, its surface catching the sunlight in a dazzling display of reflection. This key was like no other Sammy had ever seen before. Its intricate design and shimmering surface held a mysterious allure, drawing him in with an irresistible fascination. Sammy's tiny heart raced with curiosity, and a spark of adventure ignited in his eyes. What could this key unlock? What secrets lay behind the door that it could open? Sammy's imagination danced with possibilities. With the key securely hanging from a string around his neck, Sammy knew that his life was about to take an unexpected turn. His world, once filled with the familiar sights and sounds of the forest, now beckoned him towards the unknown. And so, with the determination of the truly curious, he embarked on a journey that would lead him beyond the boundaries of his home, introducing him to a world of wonders, challenges, and the profound wisdom of friendship. This is the tale of Sammy's extraordinary adventure, a story that transcends the ordinary and invites you, dear reader, to join him on a journey through the pages of this enchanting narrative. As Sammy's inquisitiveness guides him through the chapters of his life, you will discover the magic of the forest, the warmth of enduring friendship, and the profound lessons that nature has to offer. So, step into this world of wonder and embark on a captivating journey alongside Sammy the squirrel, as we unravel the mysteries that await in the heart of the forest.
Chapter 1: Sammy's Discovery. The morning sun filtered through the leaves, casting a warm and inviting glow over Sammy's forest home. Birds chirped melodious songs, and the scent of blooming wildflowers filled the air. It was a perfect day for adventure, and Sammy was determined to make the most of it. Sammy, a sprightly squirrel with a heart full of curiosity, had always been fascinated by the forest's treasures. Every day, he would venture out into the woodland, his paws a blur of excitement as he climbed trees, leaped from branch to branch, and explored the hidden corners of his world. It was a world filled with secrets waiting to be uncovered, and Sammy was its most dedicated explorer. On this particular morning, something inexplicable had stirred within Sammy's furry chest. It was as if the forest itself had whispered secrets into his ears, urging him to seek out the unknown. Sammy followed this mysterious call, scampering with boundless enthusiasm, until he reached a secluded glade where a carpet of vibrant leaves lay scattered. Sammy's keen eyes spotted a peculiar mound amid the fallen foliage, a mound that looked unlike any he had encountered before. Intrigued, he approached it cautiously, his whiskers twitching in anticipation. He knew that the forest often held surprises, but this was something truly extraordinary. With nimble paws, Sammy began to clear away the leaves, revealing the object that had piqued his curiosity, a small, gleaming silver key. Its surface was smooth and reflective, and it sparkled as if it held a secret all its own. Sammy couldn't believe his luck. He had unearthed a treasure, and it filled him with a sense of wonder he had never known. Gently, he picked up the key, feeling its cool metal against his tiny paw. It was unlike anything he had ever seen in the forest. Sammy couldn't help but wonder what it was for and what adventures it might unlock. The key seemed to pulse with an energy that resonated deep within him, like an invitation to unravel a grand mystery. With a newfound sense of purpose, Sammy decided to carry the key with him, a constant reminder of the enigma that had found its way into his life. As he made his way back home, the forest seemed to whisper even more secrets, and Sammy couldn't help but dream of the thrilling journey that lay ahead. Little did Sammy know that this tiny, silver key would be the catalyst for an adventure that would take him far beyond the familiar woods of his home and into the heart of the unknown. His destiny was set, and he was ready to embrace it with open arms, for Sammy the squirrel was about to embark on a journey that would change his life forever.
Chapter 2: The Mysterious Object. As the days passed, Sammy couldn't stop thinking about the mysterious silver key he had discovered in the forest. It had become an integral part of his life, a constant companion that seemed to beckon him toward adventure. Every morning, he would wake up with the key hanging from a string around his neck, glinting in the soft morning light. Sammy's forest friends were equally intrigued by the key. They gathered around him, their eyes wide with curiosity, as he told them about his discovery. Blue jays chattered excitedly, rabbits twitched their noses in anticipation, and even the old owl, Oliver, hooted in amazement. "What do you think it unlocks, Sammy?" asked a curious rabbit. Sammy shrugged his tiny shoulders. "I have no idea, but I'm determined to find out." Oliver, the wise old owl, perched on a nearby branch, studying the key with his sharp eyes. "Keys like this are not common in our forest, young Sammy," he remarked in his deep, thoughtful voice. "They often lead to secrets hidden deep within the heart of the world around us. But remember, young one, with great mystery comes great responsibility." Sammy nodded solemnly, realizing that this key was not just a shiny bauble but a doorway to the unknown. With a newfound sense of purpose, he decided to set out on a quest to unlock the secrets that the key held. One sunny morning, Sammy bid farewell to his forest friends and ventured beyond the familiar boundaries of his woodland home. The world outside was vast and unexplored, filled with towering trees, babbling brooks, and towering mountains. It was a world that Sammy had only heard stories about, and now, he was determined to make those stories his own. As Sammy journeyed deeper into the forest, he marveled at the beauty of nature that surrounded him. He listened to the songs of birds he had never heard before and encountered creatures he never knew existed. Each step he took, each rustling leaf, and each whisper of the wind filled him with a sense of wonder and adventure. With the key hanging from his neck, Sammy felt a connection to the mysteries of the world around him. He was no longer just a squirrel, he was a seeker of secrets,
a guardian of the unknown. His heart swelled with anticipation, for he knew that his journey had only just begun. In the chapters that lay ahead, Sammy would encounter challenges and forge friendships that would shape his destiny. The silver key, with its glimmering promise, would lead him down a path filled with discoveries, lessons, and the kind of magic that only a world as enchanting as his own could offer. Sammy was ready to embrace it all, for he was a squirrel on a mission, and nothing could deter him from unraveling the mysteries that awaited him.
Chapter 3: The Journey Begins. With each step Sammy took into the uncharted depths of the forest, his heart brimmed with a mixture of excitement and trepidation. The shimmering silver key that dangled from his neck felt like a silent promise, a beacon guiding him towards an extraordinary destiny. The forest, once a place of familiar comfort, was now transformed into a land of enchantment and mystery. The towering trees whispered ancient secrets, and the rustling leaves seemed to echo with the voices of forest spirits. Sammy felt a profound connection to the natural world around him, as if he were a part of something much grander than himself. As he journeyed deeper into the wilderness, Sammy encountered new wonders at every turn. He marveled at the intricate patterns of spiderwebs glistening with dewdrops, and he watched in awe as butterflies painted the air with a kaleidoscope of colors. The forest floor was a tapestry of vibrant wildflowers, each one telling a story of beauty and resilience. But Sammy's journey was not without its challenges. He faced rushing rivers and steep hills, and he had to navigate through thickets and underbrush that seemed to close in around him. Yet, he pressed on, undeterred by the obstacles in his path. The silver key, now a symbol of his determination, seemed to shimmer with encouragement. Along the way, Sammy encountered other forest creatures, each with their own unique stories and wisdom to share. He met a family of wise old turtles who taught him patience and the value of taking one step at a time. He shared acorns with a family of chipmunks, who told him tales of bravery and resourcefulness. Every encounter enriched Sammy's journey, and he felt a deep sense of gratitude for the friendships he was forming. As days turned into weeks, Sammy's resolve to uncover the mystery behind the silver key remained unshaken. He had a sense that he was drawing closer to his destination, though he couldn't quite pinpoint where that might be. The forest, with its ever-changing landscape and hidden wonders, was teaching him valuable lessons about resilience, adaptability, and the importance of following one's heart. With the sun setting in the distance, casting a warm, golden hue over the forest, Sammy found a cozy nook to rest for the night. He curled up with the silver key nestled against his chest, feeling a deep sense of contentment. The journey had only just begun, but Sammy was already becoming the squirrel he was meant to be, an adventurer, a seeker of mysteries, and a friend to the enchanted forest. As the moon rose high in the sky, Sammy closed his eyes, ready to dream of the adventures that awaited him on the morrow. Little did he know that the true magic of the forest and the secrets of the silver key were yet to be revealed, and his journey was far from over.
Chapter 4: Meeting New Friends. As Sammy continued his journey through the enchanting forest, he encountered a myriad of creatures, each with their own unique stories and wisdom to share. The forest was proving to be not only a place of mystery but also a source of invaluable friendships. One sunny morning, while hopping from one moss-covered rock to another by a gurgling brook, Sammy's keen eye spotted a majestic owl perched on a sturdy branch. Its feathers were a mesmerizing blend of earthy browns and snowy whites, and its golden eyes gleamed with an otherworldly wisdom. Sammy had heard tales of this wise old owl named Oliver, who was known throughout the forest for his vast knowledge. Approaching Oliver with a mixture of awe and excitement, Sammy introduced himself and shared the purpose of his journey, unraveling the secrets of the Silver Key. Oliver, with a dignified nod, agreed to join Sammy on his quest. He recognized the importance of the key and felt that his wisdom could be of great help to the young squirrel. Together, Sammy and Oliver forged a deep and enduring friendship. Sammy learned valuable lessons from the owl about the forest's flora and fauna, the patterns of the stars in the night sky, and the ancient tales passed down through generations. Oliver, in turn, was captivated by Sammy's youthful enthusiasm and boundless curiosity. Their journey became a delightful blend of discovery and camaraderie. Sammy would often scamper ahead, his quick wit and nimble agility leading the way, while Oliver soared above, his sharp eyes spotting hidden clues and signs. Together, they navigated the forest's labyrinthine paths and ventured deeper into the heart of the unknown. One day, while crossing a dense thicket of brambles, they stumbled upon a family of mischievous raccoons. These raccoons, with their clever paws and inquisitive minds, were known for their knack for finding hidden treasures. Sammy and Oliver shared their quest with the raccoons, and in exchange, the raccoons offered to assist by searching for any clues or artifacts that might be related to the Silver Key. The forest seemed to come alive with friendship and cooperation. Squirrels, rabbits, owls, raccoons, and an array of other woodland creatures came together, each contributing their unique talents to the quest. Sammy realized that the Silver Key had not only unlocked the mysteries of the forest, but also the bonds of unity and camaraderie that made their journey all the more enriching. As the days turned into weeks, Sammy, Oliver, and their newfound friends felt a deep sense of purpose. They were no longer simply on a quest to unlock a hidden secret. They were on a mission to protect and preserve the beauty and magic of their beloved forest. The Silver Key had brought them together, forging a connection that would prove invaluable as they continued their journey into the heart of the unknown. With every sunrise, Sammy felt a profound gratitude for the friendships he had forged and the wisdom he had gained. He knew that the challenges ahead would be met with courage, and the mysteries that awaited would be unraveled with the strength of their unity. Sammy's adventure was no longer a solitary quest, but a collective journey of discovery, where the forest's magic was woven into the very fabric of their friendship.
Chapter 5: Facing Challenges. Sammy and his newfound companions continued their journey through the enchanting forest, bound together by friendship and the shared quest to unlock the secrets of the Silver Key. With every step, they encountered challenges that tested their determination, ingenuity, and the strength of their bonds. One of the most daunting challenges they faced was a fast-flowing river that blocked their path. The river's turbulent waters rushed by with a force that seemed insurmountable. Sammy, with his small stature, felt a sense of trepidation as he looked out at the swirling currents. But in times of adversity, their unity shone brightest. The raccoons, with their nimble fingers, fashioned a makeshift raft from sturdy branches and leaves. Sammy, Oliver, and the others worked together to load supplies onto the raft, ensuring they were well prepared for the journey across the river. As they pushed off from the riverbank, the raft bobbed and swayed, challenging their balance and resolve. But with determination and teamwork, they navigated the treacherous waters, finally reaching the other side. This experience taught them the importance of collaboration and the strength that came from supporting each other in times of need. Their journey also led them through dense thickets, where thorns and brambles seemed to conspire to slow their progress. Sammy's small size and agility proved invaluable as he led the way, squeezing through narrow gaps and helping his companions follow suit. Oliver's wisdom guided them, as he recognized patterns in the underbrush that indicated safe passage. In facing these challenges, they learned important life lessons. They discovered that adversity could be overcome through determination, cooperation, and creative problem-solving. They celebrated each small victory, from successfully navigating the river to finding shelter during a sudden downpour, and their bonds grew stronger with every shared experience. Through it all, the silver key remained a constant reminder of their purpose. It gleamed brightly, seemingly imbued with the courage and resilience they needed to persevere. It had become more than just an object. It was a symbol of their unwavering commitment to unlocking the mysteries of the forest. As they pressed onward, Sammy and his companions found solace and inspiration in the natural beauty that surrounded them. They marveled at the towering trees that reached for the sky, the delicate flowers that graced their path, and the symphony of birdsong that filled the air. The forest, with all its challenges and wonders, was teaching them to appreciate the beauty that existed in the world around them. With each challenge they conquered, Sammy and his friends grew closer, their bonds deepening with every shared triumph. They had learned that, together, they were capable of overcoming even the most formidable obstacles. And as they continued their journey into the heart of the forest, they did so with a renewed sense of purpose and an unshakable belief that they were on the cusp of discovering something truly extraordinary.
Chapter 6: Unlocking the Mystery. After weeks of traveling deeper into the heart of the forest, facing challenges, and forging unbreakable bonds of friendship, Sammy and his companions finally arrived at a secluded glade. Here, nestled beneath the dappled sunlight and surrounded by ancient, towering trees, they found what they had been searching for, the forgotten, ancient chest that the silver key was meant to unlock. The chest, covered in moss and nestled among soft ferns, seemed like a relic from another era. Sammy's heart raced as he approached it, his paws trembling with anticipation. The key, which had dangled from his neck as a constant companion, now felt like a key to destiny itself. With great care, Sammy inserted the silver key into the chest's lock. It was a moment filled with suspense, as if the entire forest held its breath. And then, with a satisfying click, the chest's lid swung open. Inside, illuminated by the soft, golden light filtering through the leaves, Sammy and his friends found a scroll. It was delicately aged, its edges brittle with time. Gingerly, Sammy unfurled the scroll, revealing intricate drawings and symbols that danced across the parchment. Oliver, the wise old owl, leaned in, studying the symbols with a keen eye. "These are ancient forest runes," he said in a hushed tone, his voice filled with reverence. "They tell of the greatest secret this forest has ever held." The scroll contained a map that marked a path leading to the heart of the forest, where a single, majestic tree stood. This tree, the map revealed, was unlike any other, a tree of magic, wisdom, and healing. It was said that this tree held the power to rejuvenate and protect the entire forest, ensuring its beauty and vitality for generations to come. Sammy and his companions exchanged excited glances, their hearts filled with a profound sense of purpose. They knew that their journey had led them to this moment, the opportunity to unlock the forest's most cherished secret and become its guardians. With the map in hand, Sammy led the way, and his friends followed eagerly. The forest seemed to embrace them, guiding them along the path marked on the ancient scroll. As they journeyed deeper into the heart of the forest, they could feel a palpable sense of magic in the air, as if the very essence of the forest itself was leading them toward their destiny. Their footsteps were light, their spirits high, and their determination unwavering. They were not just a squirrel, an owl, raccoons, rabbits, and other woodland creatures, they were a united force, bound by friendship, and fueled by the shared goal of protecting the forest they loved. As they approached their destination, the forest grew denser, and the air was filled with a sense of anticipation. Sammy and his companions could see it now, the majestic tree that had been hidden from the world for so long. Its trunk was ancient and gnarled, its branches reaching skyward in a magnificent display of life. With a sense of reverence, they gathered around the tree, feeling the magic that pulsed through its roots and branches. The silver key had led them here, and they knew that they were about to unlock a power greater than any they had ever imagined. Their journey was far from over, but they were now entrusted with a sacred duty, to protect and care for the magical tree, to ensure that the forest's beauty and vitality would flourish for generations to come. As they stood beneath the tree's leafy canopy, they made a solemn vow to be the stewards of this enchanted land, for Sammy and his friends had discovered the true magic of the forest, the magic of unity, friendship, and the profound connection to the natural world that surrounded them.
Chapter 7: A New Beginning. Under the ancient, magical tree, Sammy and his companions felt a profound sense of awe and responsibility. The forest's greatest secret was now entrusted to them, and they were determined to be worthy guardians of its magic. As the days turned into weeks, Sammy and his friends set about their new task with boundless enthusiasm. They learned from the wise old tree, which whispered secrets of growth, healing, and harmony in the forest. Oliver, with his knowledge of the natural world, helped them understand the tree's needs and how to harness its magical abilities for the benefit of the entire forest. The tree's magic was a wondrous gift, capable of healing wounded animals, rejuvenating wilting plants, and even calming storms that threatened the forest. Sammy and his companions worked tirelessly to ensure that the tree's powers were used wisely and for the greater good of the woodland community. Their efforts did not go unnoticed. Word of the magical tree and the dedicated group of friends who protected it spread throughout the forest. Creatures from all corners came to seek their help and guidance. Sammy and his companions became respected leaders and healers, forging bonds of friendship with animals they had never met before. But their journey was not without challenges. They faced the occasional threat from outsiders who sought to exploit the tree's magic for their own gain. Sammy and his friends, with their unity and courage, defended the tree and the forest's sanctity. Their unwavering commitment to preserving the forest's beauty and magic remained steadfast. As time passed, Sammy and his friends continued to grow. They not only protected the forest but also shared its wonders and lessons with others. Sammy became a mentor to young squirrels, passing on the knowledge and values he had learned during his epic adventure. Oliver, the wise old owl, watched with pride as the next generation of forest inhabitants embraced their roles as stewards of the enchanted woodland. The forest flourished under their care. Flowers bloomed in a riot of colors, birds sang songs of joy, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of nature's abundance. The once hidden beauty of the forest now shone for all to see, and its magic touched the hearts of every creature that called it home. Sammy's journey had come full circle, from a curious squirrel discovering a silver key to a wise guardian of the forest's greatest secret. He had learned that true magic was not found in shiny objects but in the bonds of friendship, the lessons of nature, and the responsibility to protect the beauty that surrounded them. Under the shade of the magical tree, Sammy and his friends celebrated each day as a new beginning. The forest thrived, its mysteries lived on, and the silver key that had started it all remained a cherished reminder of the extraordinary adventure that had brought them together. As the seasons changed and years passed, Sammy's tale continued to be told throughout the forest, inspiring generations of creatures to cherish the magic of nature, to seek adventure, and to forge friendships that would last a lifetime. For in the heart of the enchanted woodland, Sammy and his friends had discovered that the greatest adventures were not beyond the forest's borders but within the bonds they had formed and the enduring magic that lived in their hearts.